Donna Jones. Welcome back, madam. Yeah, there you
Thank
go, Pam.
you.
There you go, Smells. You got a little pump. You got a little flex there. So you hope you're happy. So don't be asking for no damn flexes. She flex. This is why I say this, guys. When they flex willingly and wantedly, that's not a problem. Not gonna ask for flexes. So thank you, Annie, for doing that. So there you go, Smokes. Put on your lotion, your tissue, you're good now. So, ma'am, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Sorry I had to put you out like that. Yeah.
Thank you for having me. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you. So, what's you been up to since because last year you competed at the Ultimate Classics that was over this weekend. Shout out to Richard Darius who won it, and also you are also planning on doing some other shows this coming year.
Yes. So after the Ultimate Classic, we decided that we was gonna go on a short off season, and do some improvements uh to my lower back and some quads and bring my quads up some more and stuff. So and that's what we did, and I think that we have accomplished what we set out to do in that in a little short space of time. We really did some really hard work and stuff like that. Thanks to my coach, uh, Chris Darby, Superman. Yeah, he's awesome. He's one of the best in the industries, and I mean, this man is he's more to me than a trainer. You know, we've been together now for let me see. He's been training me now for almost going on 11 years since 2015. Yeah. So yeah, he's the one that knows me inside and out, pretty much. And for the type of coach that he is, I would never want to, go with another coach because I have no reason to. He is solid, just solid. He knows me better than myself sometimes. And I like that in a coach because, he doesn't sugarcoat anything for me. You know, it's hard work and it's dedication. You put the plan together, and I follow it to a T. And that's why you see that when we hit the stage, we pretty much in that first call outs. Most of the time we go for battle. You know, and I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it was impressive lineup. I mean, you were the top three along with Robin Mays, who's already qualified for the Masters Olympia this year. I think Robin,
Yes.
I heard she's planning on doing Toronto because she did an interview with a guy I know. His name's Glenn. He runs his own magazine, which is called Amazon Fit Magazine, which is dedicated to women in bodybuilding.
Mm-hmm. I saw it.
Yeah, and, she's supposed to be doing that show. Also, Oksana Parari, who was at that show too, she
Mm-hmm.
just did New York Pro. A
Mm-hmm.
impressive lineup. Some of
Yes.
you y'all ladies, especially y'all ladies in your mature age, you bring a certain level of
Yes.
muscle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is so awesome. I think I been up against her before, like Optima Classic. I think several years ago, and yeah, she's always came in good for all her shows that I know. That I
Mhm,
know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We have one of my guests is my man KL the Wonder coming through. He says, "Good afternoon, good afternoon to you, brother." Also, he says this. He says, "Wow, what big arms you have!" Oh yeah, that's all they wanted to say. It also says this says, "Miss Jones, I love your Barbadian accent, Gaia."
Thank you.
All right, yeah. He's from New York. He's around a lot of people from the islands like
From the
that.
islands, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He's from New York.
Yeah.
He's actually family from Africa originally. And I call him. He's the African American. I'm black, so that's the big
Yeah.
difference. So okay. Now what? Now you say you're taking some time off after the Emerald Cup. What was the review and critique from that show?
I don't think I got any reviews because I mean we already knew what we needed to do. So, but I didn't ask. No, I did. I'm sorry. See that's the prep brain. The I did ask the head judge, and she told me that my front, that I need to bring up my shoulders and my front relax. I think that was one of my problems. So she said that I need to I need to work on my front relax shoulders more. But she said that everything else was good. She said the pose and everything was good, but my front relax. So she said I look kind of she said when I do the relax, I look like I was flat across and not
Like even.
even. Yeah. Hmm. So
Yeah.
we did work on some my shoulders and stuff like that too. We did more posing and all that kind of stuff. Just to, because I do have some arthritis and stuff like that in my shoulders. So sometimes when I get like really tight, my shoulders doesn't roll as well as I would like them to. So I've been getting a lot of work done, spending a lot of time posing, a lot of time doing when I do my shoulder workout and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I think I've improved a lot, especially here at the Emerald Cup. I can see that I have improved a whole lot in that.
Yeah. So who you working with your posing coach this time?
Hmm.
Who you working with your posing coach? Who's your posing coach?
It's still Chris Dari, but I have this lady named Macy. She's pretty good. She's also like a figure. I mean, physique pro also, and me and her work one on one together.
That's pretty good. I mean, that's one thing. That's
Yeah.
one thing a post is about, especially when you are a competitor. Is posing is very important because,
Yes.
and that's why I tell guys don't ask for flexes because they do enough poses during the week, and they don't need doing flexing
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
that's a lot of wear and tear on you. I can understand with arthritis. Right now, I got
Yeah.
issue with here in my shoulder. It might be a rotator cuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hesitating about surgery. I can say arthritis.
I
I'm
know.
genetically predisposed. I'm 50 now. I'm about to be 51. I found out I had arthritis about 4 or 5 years ago. We start creeping in because sometimes you getting up in the morning and feel like what it's cold and it's just start hitting your bones like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
folks, what we got here, what she also is asking y'all folks is that I left this in the comment section of this video. Like a lot of these competitors, there's a lot of costs of bodybuilding. And it wouldn't hurt because I know I say this like a lot to help out these competitors. These ladies, they have a lot of time. Especially she's a mother, she's working, but still a little helper. So, folks, if you look here, this is a link to her GoFundMe. And also, you can find it in the comment section. So, if you would like to help, because like I said, she wants to shoot for the Olympia, she wants to shoot for the Masters Olympia. If you want to help by sending donations, reach out with genuine interest. But guys, you know my rules. Don't be that weird guy. Apex, stop it. I know you got like she's a beautiful chocolate sister. Those muscles get you guys excited. But guys, stop it. But what we're gonna do here while we gather here and we're going to jump into her social media for a little bit. You want to follow her, check out the links. You know my rules, guys. Don't be weird. Be respectful. So here we go, right here. And this is some pictures like here from when you were at um the Emerald Cup show. And
Mhm.
this is the front. This is front relax. I suppose like a starting pose, you know.
Mhm.
And it told you the fact that you wasn't as even.
Well, not on this one here. That's last year at the Ultimate Classic. That's the feedback that I got. But I didn't get any feedback from this show. Uh, we left kind of early, after I got off stage because we were a little upset about the placing. So we left kind of early for that show, so I didn't get any feedback.
Yeah, that thing is sometimes you don't like I say. I know it's hard. You come in here, you want to win. It's a lot of bodybuilders have that, Ricky Bobby mentality.
Yeah.
If you don't win, you come in second, you're last. But like I said, that was a tough lineup. You have Natalia
Oh
Bastora who was
yeah.
making her Natalia Bastora who make her American debut. This lady is in. She's also in her 50s. her body's crazy,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
also
Mm-hmm.
you had Susan Graham at that show,
Mm-hmm.
and she is just her body's just in great shape, especially she's in her 40s. And here's just pictures from the Emerald Cup. That's a show
Mm-hmm.
where it is a master show, and it's I think I interviewed a young lady who got her. She did 35 and plus. That's Lisa Hutchins. She's one
Mm-hmm.
woman's 35 plus, and you were in the top three at this show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But like I said, you look pretty good. I mean, like I said, again, Robin's just she's a genetic freak. I
Yes.
mean, and
Yeah.
and can you believe the woman's almost 60 and still
Almost
has
60.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
gotta, and I talk about this that a lot of you ladies who start hitting that muscle maturity, it's just, like right here, this little here, her working out here, look at her back, look at her shoulders, guys. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
wow. Like what's the thing you feel like you need to work on the other than the shoulders, what else you feel like you need to work on the most?
Sorry about that.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. My phone was just
Yeah.
ringing.
All right, that's all right. What's one thing you feel like you need to work on the most besides the shoulders?
Just my lower lats, to bring up my lower lats some more, and pretty much that was it. They said my posing is, pretty much is. They said I flow really well, and I execute my posing, and but I guess it's different when you get on stage because the nerves kicks in and stuff like that, and you kind of you know f- forget some of the things that you need to do. But we've
Yeah,
been
because
we've been go ahead.
you've been competing for quite some time. Like you said, at least you've been pro since 2015. You still get
Hmm.
nervous on stage,
Yeah, I mean it's it's I don't get nervous until I get there to like the lineup. To when you get there to the lineup, when you coming through the little thingy and you're just getting ready to go there, I think the nerves kicks in there. But when the lights hit me, sometimes the nerves go away, or sometimes I just feel like I'm like in a different world, and I just want to just like showcase everything and just like show them why I'm here, why I work so hard to be on this stage. Um, I just love to be up there with these other ladies, and just being a part of all of the hard work that I've put in. Me and my coach over that session. I just want to show people, hey, at this age, anything is possible. My kids, I have kids that my children that they still look up to me like, oh my mom, you even though that you're this age, nobody believes that when they see you that you that age, because the way how you look and the way how you're healthy and how you carry yourself. My kids, every time we go somewhere, they be like, and people say something, they were like, wow, it's everywhere you go, mom, people just give you compliments about how you look, because all
well,
your hard work just shows all the time.
that's good because children, we love our mothers. I love mine. She really supported me. Here she is working out with Big Jane. Oh, Big
Yes.
Jane.
I
Yeah,
I enjoy that time with her, and
yeah.
she was getting ready for her show also that year.
Yeah, because she did her pro debut
Yes.
in California. She
Yeah.
was going to do New York, but then she had injury that happened too because I interviewed her a
Yeah.
couple of weeks ago, and the injury put her
Hmm.
back. But now she's going to do Toronto, so that's going to be her first show for this year.
Yeah. She told. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean
We
she's
stay in touch with each other. We pretty close.
that's good. Having relationships,
Hmm.
especially in this sport, because being women, it's tough because
Yes.
the view of people like you're from Barbados, and that's very masculine, traditional kind of culture. And the
Yes.
thing is, it kind of being a woman with muscle is a totally different level. Like, because remember in our last interview, you mentioned that we ran track back today, and
Yes. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's one
Yeah.
difference between being an athlete and be a track star and being a bodybuilder. Hello,
Yes.
yeah,
I'm still
yeah,
here.
that's it. Yeah, that's it. It's being an athlete and switching from running track to being a bodybuilder.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I when I finished running track, I I didn't even do anything for for years and years and years. But I mean, I stay active and I stay in the gyms, and work out and stuff. But I didn't find bodybuilding till I think till I went through a divorce, really sad divorce, and I think that's when I really find something that I could hold on to, that was something that just brought me out of that dark place that I was in, and I was I was thankful for it. At first, I didn't want to do it, but I was with this coach back then, and they were at this gym where a lot of other bodybuilders were, and I think I was getting ready to turn, I think like 45 or so, and I was like, okay, well, let me try something, new, something that just me, that can hold on to. And I did, and of course, I was scared out of my weights, and stuff like that. And after that, it took off, and I've never felt so much alive after that in my entire life. I felt like I had turned a page in my life, and I was like, born again, new again. It really brought me out of that dark, you know, s- place that I was in.
Yeah, I've talked to quite a few ladies. I've been doing this for a while now, and the conversation I have with you ladies, the stories I've heard, like a couple ladies told me that they got divorced because they got into bodybuilding because they were changing their look of how they was as a woman. Some ladies who told me that they got it because of dealing with being overweight, you know, some mental issues, spousal
Hmm.
abuse. You went through a divorce. I think it's that sport that really, because of the discipline, also the fundamentals of the sport, can really help people, especially if you were ex-athlete and just something
Yeah.
for you to do. Here we got here from a man. Shout out to a man, KL, as he says, this is me. He says, stop trying to entice us, George. I like to entice you anything. You're the one looking at the videos. Also, it says nice posing video. Yeah, I think she does. He says this. He says, nice physique. He likes your physique. And also, he has
Thank
a question
you.
that says, so the Emerald Cup was your recent show. What place you were again?
Third place.
Yeah, because I knew because you were like Oksana was second and Robin was first. There
Hmm.
was quite a few ladies that were I think like there was like two other ladies also interviewed there at that show, and I give them a shout out on my social media platforms. Yeah, I mean I know it's tough because you work and train and you
Yeah.
put that time in. You say, you know what, this is my chance. This is my chance. And then
Yeah.
he saw the list. He saw who he on. Said, please
Hmm.
don't be in the best shape, please. He saw his Robin and said, "Ah, shit, here we go again."
Yeah, and most of the ladies back there, they would be like, "Oh my God, look at your back and those glutes," and like, wow, they were like, I ain't seen no glutes tie in like this," as we lining up and stuff like that. Like when we go on stage and did all individuals and come back, they were like, "Wow." But that's what I love about it, because we can give each other compliments and stuff like that, and just be like, and build each other up. It's not only about, like well, I would like, but I look better than her, or she looks better than me, or whatever. But whenever we came off of that stage, we, you know, hug each other, or give each other high five and stuff like that. It's a bond, and that's what I like about it.
Yeah, the thing is that I know there's some good, friendships you gain in this sport over time.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, like I said, you still have to compete each other because there's some rivalries.
Oh
But you
yeah,
understand, your real competition is not so much that person on stage; it's yourself.
it's yourself.
Because
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because you have to really bring your best condition, and
Yes.
sometimes you might have a little doubt. But if you put in the work and time just like anybody else,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
got you can go as far as you like. Here we got a comment from my man Kale. He says this. He says, "You have pretty daughters." It's popped up. There he goes, and we talking because like you have one daughter, and the rest of you had adopted. I know you a while back. I heard that one of your children passed away. Was
Yes,
what?
last year. Actually, that's right after the Ultimate Classic. Yeah,
Okay.
in August. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's tough because I never had children, but my mother, she had to bury three of her own. I had a brother that was born, died in childbirth. My oldest brother is going to be almost 22 years since he passed, and my sister is going to be 8. And it's tough because you have to put your mindset and worry about the other children, but then it's
Yeah,
hard to. And this is even though this is not your own child, you raise that child and you put your
yeah,
life and
yeah.
love into that
Mm-hmm.
child.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or do you remember back in when I first came back out and 23, as I was on that stage, my mom had just passed that uh you know the week before. So it's like every single time that it feels like every time I like I'm getting ready to do like a really major show, is always something, that always that comes up that really takes that could take me out completely. But I try. I know for my parents, they always love to see me run, a track. And the year that I turned pro, my dad died also. And he always used to be the one that you would call me, and like, how did your show go and stuff like that. And I know none of my parents would have want me to, not go through with anything, because they don't want for me to regret, like, not doing something that would, push me forward or so. So I did that show, and I did the song. The song that I did was for her, by Rihanna. And the next week I was on a plane going home to her funeral. So while I was in Louisiana for my show, I already know that my daughter, I was preparing for her, actually, because what the doctors tell me and stuff like that. And she lived a good life, because she wasn't intended to live that long. Even the other two that I have, they live past what the doctors have said. So I know, with the treatment that they get, the care that they get taken care of, they're gone past live past years uh of what they're given to live, you know
Mhm.
and for me, that's a blessing in my heart.
Well, I know you are a good mother, and you gave those children love. And I think most people, it's sad that people don't want to take care of their own kind, their own family, because there's an issue because of the disability. They're sick. Like I
Yeah.
said, I stood by my mother when she was sick, and when she passed away, it broke my heart a bit. But she raised me to be an adult and do what I want to do. And doing this content helped me also dealing with her stuff too. I can tell you, like I said, never had children, but when you lose a parent, like I said, my father and mother, my father, we weren't as close, but before he died, we made our peace as men. And that was it. My mother, she was my woman. I took care of her. She took care of me. And, to lose her like that was just, it was tough, but it's good that you still have your other children. And we were
Yeah.
talking earlier. There's a new member of the family.
Yes. My grandson, his name is Lukey. Well, Luke Patrick. Yeah, he
Oh,
just turned one. Yeah, he is so awesome. And it hurts me because I don't get to spend as much time as I want with him, because I'm basically like, if I'm not, I'm training, I do personal training and training myself, and then sometimes I'm so tired, you know, and drained, that I don't get to like see him a lot. But I know after these shows, I'm gonna make sure that I go get him and spend as much time as possible with him. But yeah. Yeah, he's a new member.
I know I know my mother when she raised two of my oldest nephews, and she was pretty much a great grandmother to great mother and great great grandmother, great grandmother to her grandkids, and they loved her. And that's the thing about you. You grant my sister. She has my oldest nephew has a daughter, and she sometimes stays the weekend with her when he has her. And then and then you know and then she one time she said to me, said, you need to have a baby. I said, why do you have a baby for? Because I can love him. Say, whoa, that's my baby.
Marcus the love.
if i have a if I have a baby, my fear is, see, if my other sister was around, my other sister Mary, when she was around, if I had a baby, I would never see my child. Between my sister baby and my sister Mary, my child would call one Mima, one auntie. Well,
Hmm.
probably call them both Mima and call me Uncle George. No, I'm daddy. Why you call me Uncle? I'm daddy. Say, Mima
Hmm.
told me to call you. Say, call. See, she could probably call my sister Mary because she's the oldest. Because my sister Betty, she's the oldest. She turned 67 just last week, and call her grandma, and call my sister Mary Mima. And
Hmm.
me and my girl have to say, hey, we're not your uncle, we're your mama and daddy.
Hmm.
Come on. Y'all just love the royal babies. We have your comment for a man. Shout out to a man, K. He says, shout out, he says, do a lot of people in the audience cheer for you majority of the time? Do you have a big crowd that comes when you come see you compete?
Um, not that, I mean, it's from here, but I have people in the audience that would, I mean, when I'm finished, that would come up to me and be like, "Wow, what beautiful physique you have," and stuff like that, and and cheer for me and stuff. I could actually hear people cheering, even if it's not people that I know, but people in the audience, they do cheer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is about, there's those guys as we are. And I admit my crime, I must have Paris snow. So I met y'all ladies. Y'all just those buff you, especially black women. I love beautiful black muscles. It's just beautiful. It's just the combination complexion and the muscle. We get I get a little excited about it. I don't know. Sometimes I'm a dog chasing cars. I don't know dudes. I get one. So. And it's just, I think there are people that really enjoy. Like right now, we're going to have a little thing tomorrow. We do live. We talk about a situation going on. As you know, the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic has just raised up the prize money for the men open. Here's the thing, people. Arnold, even
Oh
though
yeah,
it
yeah.
has his name on it. He's not the one who's putting the money so much. But I feel like this, y'all ladies, y'all put as much time in, and and you put as much work. I mean, think if there was, like I said, the prize money was a little better. When which, okay, if someone like Andrew Jack can walk away like maybe $7,000 for third place, maybe like I know people like Robin should be. I'm not saying she get the same price as the men because you're not gonna always get the men because the men bring the attention. But at least if you get like, okay, if Robin got like $30,000 at the Ultimate Cup and $20,000 for Oksana, $10,000 for yourself in the top three, that'd be a nice
Mhm.
little chunk of change. That could take care of a lot of stuff because
Yeah,
bodybuilding,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot. And I'm telling you, with the friends that I have here, um and even some of my clients, just buying a couple boxes of eggs, and just like, here you go, you know add that to your collection. you know um or some of them sometimes will be like, oh well, I have some chicken or something that we have for you. all those little things count because food is very, very, very expensive, you know. And people that know me, some of my nurses that even work with my kids will be like, here you go, $50, go help buy you some beef and stuff like that. I really have people, even in my church. I have a church body that I, oh my God, that I truly, truly, truly love. My church people, my pastor is like, I don't even know if I'm even lost for words. When